Good morning, students. Today we are going to start with your new chapter, that is your chapter number 7, HTML5. Before jumping to the introduction of HTML, first we have to learn some basic term that we'll be using in this chapter. First basic term is your web. The internet is a worldwide network of computers that allow people to share information and communicate with each other. So the collection of all the website that are available over the internet is called the World Wide Web or simply the web. Next we'll look at the web page. What is a web page? A web page is composed of multimedia content which include text, graphics, audio and video. Web pages are created using the language HTML. Next, we'll see about the term website. A website is basically a collection of related web pages that are linked to each other through hyperlinks. So, when you link all the web pages that are related to each other through the hyperlink, that is known as a website. And it can be published by a people or an organization. Next, coming to the introduction of HTML. What is an HTML? HTML is a markup language. So it is a markup language that we can use to create pages for the web, and the full form of this HTML is Hypertext Markup Language. The latest version of HTML is HTML5. So HTML has introduced a lot of changes and variations in HTML leading to different versions. So this HTML5 is the latest version of HTML. Okay. The next we'll see about the features of HTML5. The first feature we'll deal with the HTML5 is audio and video element. HTML allows you to embed audio and video files directly into a web page instead of using a plugin. So you can directly embed any audio video without the need of using a plugin. Next we have a canvas element. This element allows you to generate graphics programmability in the browser. That is, you can now draw lines, curves, images, so on using the canvas. So you can easily draw any text, image or shape. Next new feature of HTML5 is new input types. HTML provides many input types such as date, color, email, number, so on to simplify the designer's task. So you can easily use this input type directly to simplify your task. So these are the three features of HTML. Next we'll see about what are the tools that are required for creating an HTML document. The basic tools that are required to build an HTML document are a text editor or a WYSIWYG editor. So either you can use a text editor or you can use what you see is what you get. So the acronym of WYSIWYG is what you see is what you get. मतलब जो आप देखते हैं वो आपको मिलता है. So this editor can be Notepad, WordPad, program that is required to write the HTML code. So in text editor we have, for example, Notepad. So I have shown you a picture of Notepad. So this is an example of a text editor. This is an inbuilt interface to design a web page quickly without knowing the actual HTML. So using the what you see is what you get editor, you can directly design a web page. Next, the tool required is a web browser. A web browser is used to display or view the HTML file. So some commonly used web browsers are Internet Explorer, Google Chrome, Mozilla Firefox and so on. Next we'll come to the HTML tag. So what do you mean by a tag? A tag is a basic formatting tool of HTML. So if you want to do formatting in HTML, you have to use the HTML tag. Now a tag name is always written between the angle brackets. Now you can see the tag name will be always written in the angle bracket. Okay, some example can be title in angle brackets, HR in angle brackets. Okay, so this is the basic formatting tool of HTML. Next, we'll see about classification of tags. So a tag can start with the on tag and an opening tag. Okay, so it starts with on and off tag. Now, dealing with the classification of tags, we have two types of tags. We have empty tags and we have container tags. Okay, first we'll discuss about empty tags. The tags which do not require an on off tag are called empty tags. It is not necessary to close these tags, so you do not need to close these tags. For example, over here I have HR tag, so you can use the HR tag. There is BR tag, so all this you can use it as an empty tag. Next we have container tag. In container tag we have both the on and off tag. Okay, so now you can see there is an on B in angle bracket and you have a backslash and B, that is the off tag that is being used over here. So it is necessary to close these tags. Okay, so container tag have beginning and end tag, and empty tag are standalone that do not have any end tag. So this is the classification of tags. Next, coming to the second, elements. An element is a basic building block of HTML. So it is a basic building block. It includes everything you start from the opening till the closing of the tag. So that in between the whole thing is known as your element. Now for example, over here I have taken an example for opening tag as P and closing tag again as forward slash and P. And the content between both of them is hello world. Okay, so this is your HTML element. The tags just mark the beginning and end of the HTML element. So this is the beginning, that is the opening tag, and closing tag is the end of your HTML element. So this is how you will write an element in HTML. Next, talking about attributes. Attributes are extra bits of information related to a tag. So attributes appear inside the opening tag or the on tag. So either you can say opening tag or you can say the on tag. And their values are written inside quotation marks. So when you write the values, you have to write it in quotation marks or double quotes. Now the syntax for attributes we use is, first you have to open the angle bracket, tag name, give the attribute name, equal to, in double quotes you will give the value and you will close the angle bracket. For example, over here we have P align equal to center in double quotes and you have it in the angle brackets. Okay, so this align is an attribute of P. So align is an attribute of P tag. It indicates the text inside the P tag is to be displayed in the center of the browser. Okay, so this P tag will be displayed in the center of the alignment of the P tag will be in the center. Next we'll come to how to create HTML document. For this you have to refer to the second video which I have posted. So students, this was your theoretical part. For the practical part we will go to the next video. Till then, thank you.